This video is long overdue, guys. I know, and I'm sorry. Some of you have been asking for this video for weeks now, but it's finally here. A quick editing breakdown of my last solo B-roll that I shot a few weeks ago, I think. This solo B-roll. So, you guys probably know by now that I don't like complicated edits or crazy special effects. Less is more, and just like my other edits, the secret is in the sound effects and some simple editing tricks. I edit in Davinci Resolve, but you can do this in Premiere Pro, Final Cut Pro, no problem. And even in some more basic editors, it shouldn't be a problem at all. Okay, so first of all, I made fast cuts because it's a short sequence, and if you keep the shots too long, then well, it doesn't become boring necessarily, but it changes the whole vibe of the sequence, and I wanted it to be an upbeat sequence, you know what I mean? And that also means that I had to use an upbeat song, of course. It's a song that I found on Epidemic Sound. There's a link in the description, you can get free music for 1 month. And of course, the music is the base for this edit. First, we have the intro of the sequence, and that's actually my favorite part because I used a simple but super cool editing trick. The idea is to cut close-ups in between the wide shots, so wide, close, but pay attention to the sound because that's where the real magic happens. You can hear the sound of a moving bicycle during that whole intro, but every time I cut to a close-up, the volume goes up, and it's also a slightly different sound effect because you can hear more of the mechanical parts moving, you know, because we're so close to the bicycle, and it makes everything a more immersive experience. And it's super simple, right? Just make the volume go up every time you cut to a close-up. And ideally, you should also change the sound effect. And the cuts themselves are super simple, always on the base of the music. The clips are the same length, except here. It just felt a little bit better to make this one a bit shorter, but this is also where I used another super simple editing trick. To make this cut smoother, I added the sound of a bike passing by. You know, that whoosh. And it's right on the cut, so you get the feeling that the bike is passing by, but it also almost feels like the camera is moving with the bike, even though it's just a hard cut. And then I arrive with the bike, and you can hear a sound effect of a bike skidding on gravel. I throw the bike on the ground, and then I'm walking on that path into the forest. And it's the same as the intro. There's a sound effect of footsteps, and the volume is louder or lower depending on the shot. When it's a close-up of my feet, then the sound effect is at its loudest, and the other shots are lower. Then I arrive at that open space in the forest. Here I added some digital zooming because, you know, I was filming all by myself, so it's an easy way to add a little bit of camera movement. I've also added those black bars at the top and the bottom, and that's not to make it look more cinematic. No, it's because I wasn't happy with some of the compositions because, you know, I was filming by myself while riding the bike and it was difficult to get a nice composition sometimes. So this way, by adding those bars, I could move the clip up or down and change the composition a little bit. So that's the reason why those bars are there. And then it's the end of the sequence already. Simple, the music and sound effects stop when I take the photo. And then of course you hear that loud grind of the Polaroid camera. And that's it. Super simple. Less is more, guys. But that's exactly what I love about video editing. You can create something super cool and immersive with just a few basic editing techniques. You don't have to learn all those crazy advanced special effects and transitions. No, keep it simple. If you're learning how to edit, I know that it can feel overwhelming if you see all those cool transitions and special effects, but Don't let it hold you back if you can't do those yet, because you don't really need them to create something cool. Start with the basics and then the rest will come later. Creativity, that's what it's all about. So, I hope it helps, guys. Wow, that was a really short one today, right? But yeah, okay, I'm done. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm done. It's another guy who says that. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one.